Hello, everyone, and welcome to this session on what is product design by Intellipaat. Product design is the process of developing a usable product that meets the customer's needs by defining the user's problems and finding creative solutions for these problems. In this session, you will learn what actually product design is and all the career prospects in it. So, without further ado, let's start the session.
But before we do that, make sure you hit that subscribe button and bell icon so that you never miss any update from Intellipaat YouTube channel.
Let us take a look at the agenda for today's video. Firstly, I'll be introducing the concept of product design. Next, I'll move on to some of the roles and responsibilities taken up by a product designer. Finally, I'll be talking about the career path one has to take for a product design role. Now, without further ado, let us begin with the video. Introduction. Product design describes the process of imagining, creating, and iterating products that solve user problems or address specific needs in a given market. This is a formal definition for a product designer. You have to note one thing, guys. It is not to be confused with industrial design, where goods like chairs, kitchen exhausts, and other physical products are brought to life from scratch. People back in the day, they used to call product design as a general term for designing all products regardless. But with the technology boom that happened, now the term is referred for designing digital products. So, digital products may include apps, websites, and any other interface that you work with, digital interface that you work with in your day to day life. Product design involves creating digital products or services, and this includes the food delivery app on your phone, email client, apps where you watch your favorite shows, and any miscellaneous digital products that you use around your house. All these digital products are conceptualized and made as an end product by a product designer. So, whatever apps you're using or digital products that you are using are made by a product designer. A product designer's skills are in very high demand across many industries. If you are looking for a career that involves creativity, engineering, and business combined into a package, product design job will be a rewarding career. Now, let us move on to the roles and responsibilities taken up by a product designer. Like all designers who are set out to solve problems, a product designer will aim at solving real world problems through a digital lens. They sketch out customer flows, refine the product problem to be solved. They draw on pixels and generate what we all see while using these digital products, also known as the user interface. This role is called as a UI designer, while tasks like conducting market research, coming up with prototypes, getting user feedback, refining the product, making wise business trade offs are all a part of UX design. So, some companies will have very specific roles, for example, UX researcher who only conducts market research for their product. But a product designer should know or have experience in some of these niche skills. Now, let us take a look at the top 10 skills needed for an entry level product designer. The very first thing he or she should know is wireframing and mockups. And they need to be proficient in UI design tools. They need to be familiar with the design basics, that is, color theory, typography, and graphic design. They should be able to build basic user journeys. This is like a map where users go through the user flow when they are using their apps on their phones. And they must be familiar with design systems. They must have efficient communication, whether it be written or verbal. They must have a curiosity about all things around them. They must have a growth mindset, and they must be a lifelong learner. And they should have passion for solving problems. And finally, they should be able to work in a team. They should be able to collaborate with many teams within an organization. And they should also be able to work independently as and when needed. Now, this is a job description that I have pulled up from LinkedIn. So, this is a product designer 1 role in the company called Flipkart. So, let us take a look at what they require for that particular role. So, the very first thing they require is user experience design, that is UX design. They should have some experience on UX design. UX design is where all product designers start off with. That is the starting point for all product designers. So, Flipkart is also asking for UX design experience. And they should have a understanding of UX processes, including personas, scenarios, wireframing, content modeling, prototyping, user research, and design systems. And one more very important thing that a product designer should have is empathy. You should be able to put yourself in the shoes of your users and come up with what they require from your product. And they should be able to reuse their components. They must have very good written and communication skills, and they should be open for feedback and peer testing. And they should have hands-on experience with tools like Figma, Principle, and Adobe Photoshop. These are very basics for a product designer. And they must also have a fundamental or basic knowledge of front-end technologies, because as I've already mentioned, UI and UX designers, both these roles are very codependent and they work with each other frequently. So a UX designer should know what front-end technologies are, and they should know the constraints on it. And finally, Flipkart is asking for experience in fintech as a bonus, and I think they are requiring people for their payments app, so that is why they're asking experience in fintech or insurance. So it depends on each company. If you want to work as a product designer for an edtech company, so they will ask for experience in edtech field, and so on. Okay, guys, let us move on to the career path. Associate product designer is the first step of the career ladder. In this role, the responsibilities of a product designer are not entirely theirs, and they need to rely more on experienced product designers or product managers. The next step is to become a product designer. Product designers are involved in all aspects of the product from beginning to end. Then you have senior product designer. A senior product designer's job is to work with customers to determine their desires, needs, and interests in order to produce new products and services that adhere to the company's policies and procedures. So when you are a senior product designer, you need to keep in mind of companies' finances and budgets. The next step on the career path is to become a principal product designer. In addition to their specialization, principal product designers have a lengthy history of delivering high quality products. They also regularly improve the work of their peers via critiquing or giving them feedback or having a discussion in a meeting, and regularly demonstrate strategic product and business thinking. So, principal product designers will have a very exceptional portfolio. They have done exceptional work before for companies, and their products have been successful in market. And if you have a portfolio of that kind, so you are promoted to principal product designer. And the final step is to become a senior staff product designer. At this level, you are expected to lead an entire design team. You also need to mentor junior staff designers, and you need to work more closely with the company's executive team. That is, you need to work with CEO, CFO, and all the other executive roles. Thank you for watching till the end, guys. Have a nice day.
Just a quick info, guys. If you want to make a career in UI UX design, then Intellipaat provides an advanced certification in UI UX design strategy. It is taught by IIT Guwahati professors and industry experts with more than 10 years of experience. This course is designed to upskill and land your dream job.